Hey everybody, welcome back to another commentary video. Today we are looking at article publisher named Deadspin. Now, Deadspin, and the reason why we're talking about them is because the other day they posted an article that said white fans were entertained by black athletes a day after a racist killed black people in Buffalo. This is what white supremacy looks like. Sorry for getting up all in your ear like that. That was not the idea to do. But the reason why we are talking about this article today is because it's just borderline pushing a racist agenda. Like, if you look at basketball as a whole, what is the majority of the people? Black people. Black people are the majority of the people who play basketball, at least in the NBA. It's not a race thing. It's just that. It's just something that you see. A lot of black people are physically more fit than a white person is. It's science. It's nothing bad. It's, if anything, that's good for them. It's good that black people are strong. They can defend themselves and they can play sports and they can get themselves into better jobs. It's a good thing that they are strong. And as you can tell, that they're athletic. Like, look at the NBA. A lot of people are black in the NBA. I don't know if it's a majority black people, but I know there's a lot of black people like LeBron, Kobe. I don't really watch the NBA, but it's still just this is a borderline racist thing, and I like to make videos about dumb shit. So in the first three paragraphs, they were talking about BLM, Nancy Pelosi, the awakening of BLM, and how black people needed to be seen as more as people, which I know there's racism in this world. I'm not retarded, and I know what BLM was trying to push. They also started talking about how black people in the NBA and WNBA didn't get asked things like Roe v. Wade, or if their loved ones were too scared to go out to the grocery store. So they're trying to say that the NBA and the black people of the NBA and WNBA were only prioritized as humans when BLM was a thing. That's what they're trying to push. That's what they're trying to say, which that's not true. Black people are human. They have as many chromosomes as us white people, as any race does. Some of them don't, but those are the retard kids, and we still love them. But other than that, black people are the same as white people, front and end. I know that last part was me trying to sugarcoat black people, but it is true. They are human. They are just like us, and you can't change my mind about that. Anyways, back to the article. After those three paragraphs, they start to talk about the Saturday shooting. And they say, on Saturday, the latest evidence that hate and racism are learned behavior was on display when an 18-year-old white man, yes, a man, not a boy, put on his tactical gear and drove hours to a black section of Buffalo, New York, to kill black people with an assault weapon that had the N-word written on it. 11 of the 13 people he shot were black. That is a sad situation, and my condolences do go to the families that have to suffer what this man did to their sons and daughters, or their grandmas and grandpas, or aunts and uncles and all that. But how does this situation make people watching a sport? Remember, people watching a sport. How does that make it white supremacy? Are you guys just trying to create a problem, or is there just a problem here that I can't see? Because there are shootings that happen nearly daily, and there are big shootings that happen every now and then, but you don't see sports being stopped to help these families or to show condolences to these families at all. Like, maybe if it was a really bad shooting, like the Columbine shooting, or what else? I don't really know. I don't really pay attention to shootings that much. I haven't even been keeping up with this one, because I don't really care for this type of drama. But it's blatantly racist. It's a blatantly racist article, and I'm here to call out how fucking retarded it is. Now, after they say all of that, they say in 2 paragraphs, on Sunday, 4 teams played 2 Game 7s. The Milwaukee Bucks and the Boston Celtics were up first, followed by the Phoenix Suns and the Dallas Mavericks. 3 of the 4 head coaches are black, along with the overwhelming majority of those teams' rosters. However, in Boston, where one of the games was played, over 52% of the population is white, according to the latest census. And in Phoenix, where the Suns were the hosts, over 68% of the residents are white. What does this mean? That a day after Black America was shaken to its core because we've now realized that a grocery store on our side of the town has become the latest place where we can be killed just for existing. Black players from the Celtics, Bucks, Suns, Mavericks had to play in a win to or go home game to advance to the conference finals. Despite the feeling that all of us were experiencing, and yet no one seemed to care or ask them about it. It was clear that basketball mattered, but not black lives or black psyche so much. Now, here's something that needs to be said. It's life. We move on. Yes, things sad happen, like shootings, like fucking murders, like robberies. All that happens, and it's sad that they happen. But the world moves on, and people need to move on. People have jobs. The NBA needs to make money. Those players need to make money. They don't need to, but they want to make money. They could have chosen to protest against playing, just like you said earlier, how back when BLM was the big thing, how they were all doing riots. You said that the black people of the NBA halted the season because they protested against playing, because they didn't want to play because of what was going on, because of BLM, and they were advocating for black people. They were advocating for their own people. If they so badly didn't want to play the game, they could have just done that. Oh, that's not so hard to fucking do. You're contradicting yourself in this article. Stop being fucking retarded and stop contradicting yourself. When, if they didn't really want to play, they didn't have to. They're fucking popular. People don't give 2 shits about other people's lives when they're popular. And it's sad. And it's been shown many times. I mean, look at fucking LeBron. He doesn't give 2 shits about a lot of people. Yeah, he's advocates for BLM. But does he really give a shit about other people? No. He cares about his next game. He cares about the money that comes in. And he cares about paying his bills and himself and whatever family he has. You also got to remember, this shooting happened hours before the basketball game started. What the fuck? Like, it's not like these basketball players are going to be on their phones scrolling through fucking Twitter, Instagram, looking at the biggest black news. No, they're going to be practicing for their next big game to get to the finals, to win so they can move up on the board, so they can be the next best NBA team out there. Which tournaments don't prove that you're the best anyways. It doesn't fucking matter. But no, they're going to be out training and doing shit. They're not going to be on their phones. They're not going to be worrying about what's happening outside the world, especially outside a game, a city that they're not even in. Like, why should they care about something that happened in another city that they're miles from? Like, they're over thousands of miles. New York, Buffalo, New York, from, what was it? Wasn't it like Phoenix? Oh, and Boston. Phoenix and Boston. They're not going to care what happens in Buffalo, New York. That's over 1,000 miles away. Why should they care? I mean, yeah, they're gonna care, but why should they at that moment in time when they're not in an immediate threat? Like, you can feel bad, and they probably do feel bad, but why should they worry about something that happened over 1,500 miles away? And the final paragraph of this article says, and despite how Jason Tatum and Grant Williams played Sunday in Boston, or how Jalen Brunson or Spencer Dinwiddie stepped up on the road in Phoenix, just know that they did despite what happened to people that look like them on Saturday. Because when you're a black athlete in America competing at the highest level as a form of entertainment to come to the rest of the world, all the while knowing that majority of the people that cheer for you don't think your life matters, may be the hardest part of the game that you will work at, that a reporter will never ask about. Now, like I said, the shooting happened a few hours before the game, so they're probably not even going to know about it. There's probably people out there who still don't know about it because the internet isn't something a lot of people worry about. It's not something everybody's on every single second of the fucking day. It's not like it's not other people's jobs like mine or other commentary YouTubers or other YouTubers in general to be on the internet because they have other shit to do. And not to mention, a lot of people care about these athletes. Like, look at Kobe when he died. A lot of people fucking cared about Kobe dying. You act like people don't give a shit. Of course people give a shit, especially when it's their favorite athlete. Especially when it's their favorite team's athlete. It doesn't matter. When an athlete dies, when someone popular dies, there are people who care about them. The fans care about them. There may not be a majority of people who are their fans or who is their favorite athlete, but still, a lot of people care about athletes because they're what gives us entertainment. A lot of people care about them. You're just trying to push this stupid ass racist agenda that these people who watch these games, especially these white fans, they're just trying to make it seem racist. You're trying to push this agenda and make things look worse than what they already are. The game happened a few hours after. It's not like it happened 2 weeks after. It's not like it happened a couple days after. No, people still didn't know about the shooting. I didn't even know the shooting happened a couple hours after because I'm not on the internet all the time. Yes, I'm looking for videos and stuff every now and then, but that's why my video uploading isn't the best, is because I'm not always on the internet. I'm usually on the internet, yeah, playing games with my friends, but not scrolling through Twitter or Instagram looking for the biggest news that happened this weekend. No, I'm looking either for a video about tech or playing video games with my friends, not looking at the biggest controversial article in the world. And the reason why I found this was because of the YouTuber named Optimus, who I watch almost every day, and this was his most posted video, and I just wanted to make a video on him because, it needs to be said. Even though he has millions of subscribers, I don't care. I'm still going to make a video on him because it's a video that you guys get. It's something I get to do, and I'm trying to grow my channel so I can make better videos off of this, so I can entertain you guys and entertain more people. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this video. This is not my normal content. I normally don't post this type of controversial content. This is more usually a channel that goes towards things like gaming related, tech related, and all that, as you can see in my other videos. But this article is very blatantly trying to push a racist agenda about white people watching a basketball game a couple hours after a shooting, which most people didn't fucking know about. Anyways, this is the end of the video. If you liked it, hit the like button, hit subscribe. If not, go check out my other content if you want to, and see if you do like it, because this is not my normal type of video. This is not my normal type of topics I like to talk about. I Don't like getting controversial on this channel, but this did need to be talked about.